Old School RuneScape or their owners Jagex have announced another membership price increase, while World of Warcraft has not changed their subscription price for the last 20 years. Which MMO now provides the best value? Let's dive into it. We're going to go over what you get for being a member or subscriber in each game. We're going to look at what other forms of monetization the games have, and we're going to look at the history of the prices of the different games or subscription models. So let's go straight into it. And the first thing I want to show you is a graph that shows the historical price change. As you can see, Old School RuneScape launched around 2013, and when Old School RuneScape launched, World of Warcraft subscriptions were $14.99. Old School RuneScape subscriptions were almost half. They were only around $8 for a month. Now the prices, as we can see at the top right, are the same. They have completely caught up to each other. Old School RuneScape has had 1, 2, 3, 4, and now 5 price increases, while World of Warcraft hasn't changed at all. However, Old School RuneScape, when they had, before this recent increase that just now happened, or it hasn't even happened yet, it's going live in April, Old School RuneScape hit its peak player count ever. So clearly the players still think it's a good value proposition. However, when is enough going to be enough? They keep increasing the price. When are we going to start seeing that it's enough? And we do see outrage on social media about this new price increase. However, we have seen outrage on every single price increase they made, but it hasn't changed it. People keep subscribing. So let's look at what you get for subscribing in the different games. Let's start with World of Warcraft. With World of Warcraft, you actually have to buy the expansion that you want to play. You get access to 3 types, we could say, of games or timelines of the game. You get the normal World of Warcraft, which we call retail. You get World of Warcraft Classic, and then World of Warcraft Mists of Pandaria Classic. However, this they will update whenever there's a new expansion coming out as well. So, if you want to play, we're going to focus on retail here. If you want to play retail, you need to buy World of Warcraft Midnight, the expansion we're playing currently, and a subscription. And whenever their next expansion launches, which is going to be in a couple of years because this one just came out, you will have to buy that expansion on top of the subscription price. What you get though is that you can play on your regions, if for me it would be Europe, on all, I don't know if it's unlimited, but you can play on a lot of different characters. You do not need one subscription per character you play. And then there's different bundles, but we're not going to look at the bundles. We're just going to be talking about the one subscription, 1 month prices because the others have special offers and stuff that will change with time. So that is what you get for World of Warcraft. And just to show it, this is how World of Warcraft looks. This is the graphics you are subscribing to play. Let's take a look at Old School RuneScape. What do you get with that game? You can play Old School RuneScape free, which you cannot do in World of Warcraft unless you have some small trial, but we're not going to think about that. So Old School RuneScape you can actually play free to play. However, if you unlock membership, you gain access to a lot of extra worlds, a lot of extra skills, and a lot of different things. You gain access to all these member skills, you gain access to many extra regions, many extra quests. I play a lot of Old School RuneScape. I personally would say you kind of have to be a member. It limits your game a lot if you're playing free to play. The big difference between the two games is that World of War or Old School RuneScape, you do not have to buy the game. It is a purely subscription-based game, nothing else. You can buy in-game gold through bonds, which is an item similar to the World of Warcraft token. Both games have that option, but there's no mounts or cosmetics that you can buy for real money. And there is no expansions you have to pay for, at least not yet. However, the big downside of Old School RuneScape, which we might see a change coming because there's so much outreach about this in social media that I wouldn't be surprised if Jagex comes with some bundle in the future. We'll see if they do, but you can only play on one character. If you have a Jagex account, which is called, you can combine many characters into that Jagex account. However, each one of them needs their separate membership. That means if you want to play two accounts, you need to pay almost $30. While in World of Warcraft, that is different. However, in World of Warcraft, like I said, you can play on all regions, or you can only play on your own region. In RuneScape, you can play on any region you want because it's the same type of game or same servers. That's the main differences between what you get in the two different games. And just to show an article here, which was interesting. World of Warcraft has not changed their subscription price for 20 years. That's a long time. However, they have been charging more and more for their expansions. You can also buy early access for their expansions, which means you can pay even more and come in 3 days early, etc. While, as we saw on RuneScape, they have increased their membership multiple times. I said 5 earlier. This is more than 5. However, this shows all of RuneScape, not just Old School. Old School launched in 2013, so this would be the price where Old School launched. And then they've had 5 increases since then. So what I really want to hear from you is which game do you think provides the best value for your money? Which game are you playing and why are you playing that game? I would love to have a discussion about that. I'm really intrigued by this graph here that shows what this picture shows. Now, as the sucker I am, actually pay for both games. So I'm wondering, what do you think? Which game do you think provides the best value for your money? And why do you think that? I would love to hear in the comment section below what you think about these prices. What do you think about the history of the price changes? What you think of the different companies behind the games? And what you think of the different price changes the games are having? And the value the games are giving you when you buy and subscribe to these games. Also, if you want more news about MMOs, ARPGs, and different gaming news, feel free to hit a subscribe to my channel. I'll be uploading a lot of videos coming in the next couple of months, and it's completely free to do, and it will help out my channel a lot. I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.